I should be live right now. Let me do a sound as I go live. There's a helicopter flying right over my complex. I apologize for that. Let me do a sound check real quick, and then I will get this thing started. Over my complex. I apologize for that. All right, we are good. How you guys doing this evening? This is Movie 186. Back again with another video. Back again with another video. Like, comment, subscribe. Do all that jazz. I talk about I talk about that pretty much is fairly recent, at least for me. Like I said, I'm on Twitter all the time. Just follow me on there, and see what's going on with me and everything like that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. As you can see on the title, do PlayStation fanboy get a pass? I apologize. The helicopter's like literally just circling my complex right now. Normally, when that happens, that means someone's on the loose. I don't know what the hell's going on. But anyways, back on topic. Anyway, do PlayStation fanboy get a pass on here? And what I mean by that is, I was on Twitter a couple days ago, and I saw this comment from this dude. I don't know his name. Let me see if I can find it here real quick, because I was just looking through my notifications, and let me see, what's his name. Um, Jay got him coach. He's random dude on Twitter who made a comment, and like I said, like we went back and forth. He got a little personal. Not a big deal. When you get owned, you get a little personal. It's fine, whatever. It is what it is. But ultimately, he made a comment saying that Sony fanboys do not get the same type of hatred that Nintendo fanboys and Microsoft fanboys get. Now, I pretty much told him that he's not paying attention. Now, I never said that they don't get as much hate as Microsoft or Nintendo fanboys. I never said that. You know what I mean? I elaborate. I was I pretty much elaborated during our little text exchange or whatever. And there's other people who got involved too, and I pretty much said that there's a reason for that. But it is what it is. I pretty much told him that he's not paying attention. You know what I mean? And they kind of went back and forth. Other people jumped in, whatever. And it is what it is. But my what I was trying to tell him, and what my overall point is that, do PlayStation fanboy get a pass? No, no, they don't. And I think a lot of this stems from Black Bonds, corporate slave awards, nominations, and a lot of people nominate Nintendo fanboys and Microsoft fanboys, but not a lot of nominations for PlayStation fanboys. And I can understand the idea behind that, because at the end of the day, the one common trend that I noticed from the two generations that I've been on YouTube, like I've been around YouTube for like, I probably say 8 9 years. And the funny thing is, I've been watching a little bit before that also, before I made my first video. And the trend that you notice on here, that is that when it comes to fanboys, the fanboys who have the most to prove when it comes to which console, when it comes to why this console is better than the other, the one that has the disadvantage are the ones that's always going to try harder. And in turn, those fanboys, by trying harder, tend to go more extreme. Now, that doesn't mean that fanboys, regardless of how the company's doing, whatever, that doesn't mean that fanboys can't go too far. Fanboys go too far all the time. It is what it is. You know what I mean? That's what fanboys do. They go too far on certain things. But when we're talking about how things are going this generation, we're talking about fanboys who lie, who mislead, who who do all this stupid shit in the name of trying to prove their console being the best. Now, this accusation is not exclusive to Xbox fanboys or Nintendo fanboys. PlayStation fanboys get it too. But there's a huge difference this generation when it comes to how fanboys react to certain shit. And trust me, I've seen it all. I've seen all of it. You know what I mean? And so I can speak on experience. Now there are some PlayStation fanboys who are dirtbags. JTech being the main one. I've said this on my channel. I have a couple videos on him. I had another I have another PlayStation fanboy, a long time ago, come at me over some stupid shit. Like I've had my share of issues with PlayStation fanboys. But the thing is that the reason why Xbox fanboys and Nintendo fanboys get it more than anybody else is because for the most part, they're the ones that are going to the extra miles to prove that their console isn't bad or anything like that. You know what I mean? And that's what happened when your console's not number one. Last generation, PlayStation fanboys had to jump through hoops to justify all the stupid shit Sony was doing, myself included. I'm part of it. I'm part of it. I've done it. When the PS3, now granted I wasn't on YouTube, but during the beginning of the PS3 generation, obviously I didn't buy when I launched because I was dealing with my own financial issues at the time. But like realistically, why would I have bought one? But even still, you always hear accusations of media bias. You always hear about slandering developers because it was quote too hard to develop for. And I was using all these same arguments, and I'm thinking to myself now, thinking about what I was doing back then. I'm like, it's dumb, it's stupid. But you see that? But that's the thing. That's the thing when it comes to fanboys. Like, dude, I swear to God, man, this dude better. They better catch this dude or something, because this is really fucking ridiculous with this helicopter. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm sorry about that. The helicopter keeps circling my house. But like I was saying, like I was doing that. I was doing some of these things. I'm telling my friend, yo, there's media bias, that there's developers are being lazy and shit like that. And I'm like, I think about it now. I like, yo, this is dumb. Why would I do something like that? You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing. When you have more to prove, and the reason why I did this was because I was just hearing rumors. You know what I mean? I was still connected into the gaming scene or whatever, but I wasn't. Like I said, I didn't have a PS3 at the time, so I wanted to go on YouTube for the search for people who had the same opinions that I had. You know what I mean? Like I was looking for some talking points to talk to my friends or whatever about it, or because like I said, I didn't know everything, so I needed to find people who had the same taste in gaming that I had. You know what I mean? And try to understand what they're saying, and use it as for debates. And I guarantee you that's what Xbox dudes do now. And I'm going to use Xbox dudes as example because they're the ones that, because when you look at the CSA, they're the ones that are more likely going to dominate the nominees. But I'm telling you guys this because this is what happens. That's how it goes. You have people on here who buy the Xbox One. They see the PS4 has the most commercials, the most sales, the most their games are on TV, all this other shit. And here you have the Xbox One trying to justify your purchase. So what do? You go online, you try to find people who are like you, maybe get some gaming nights together, whatever. And normally what you would do is, especially if you're so anti the other console, you start talking shit about it. You know what I mean? Like that's what you do. You know what I mean? Like, and I guarantee you that's what happened. I guarantee you that's what happened with a lot of these dudes. So when they see a guy like Mooch, Crap Gamer, Zaire before he switched, guys like K Mega, you know, and all the other dudes like he bought, all these other Xbox dudes. Now, not all of them. I don't like, for me personally, I don't put K Mega and Tim Dog in the same realm as a Crap Gamer and a Mooch, and I'll explain that a little bit later. But like when you go out there, you look for these dudes who have these opinions, who have these thoughts, and all you want to do is to find people who are like minded like you. That's what I think. That's what a lot of this is what social media is all about. That's what social media is all about. Finding people more than likely who you can agree with, mainly, or people you can disagree with. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what you have. And when you have a group that is so vigorously trying to defend the platform that's in second place or third place or whatever, yeah, they're going to try to find ways to justify their purchases by making stupid arguments. It's just a fact. And the thing is that you see it all over Twitter. And the only people making these stupid arguments are these Xbox and to a lesser extent Nintendo fanboys. So naturally, and I told this guy this. Naturally, you're going to have people who call him out on it, and it depends on how you respond. That that will classify you as one type of fanboy or the other, right? Now, like I said, take Tim Dog as an example. Tim Dog is a well-known Xbox fan, right? Fanboy, right? He says it himself, right? I don't have a problem with Tim Dog because at the end of the day, me and him, we can be cool. We can be friendly with each other. We don't have to go back and forth and shit talk each other because at the end of the day, it's dumb. I know what he's about, but at the end of the day, if I disagree with him on something, right, or if he disagree with me on something, we can talk about it and still be friendly, right? Same thing with K Mega. I disagree with a lot of shit that K Mega does. He's done a lot of stupid shit on here. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, unless you say something that's like off the wall or whatever, he's not going to block you. He'll he'll debate with you, whatever. He'll lose, and then you just keep it moving, right? That's what he does, and I respect him for it. Like like I said, some time ago, right? This happened about a week ago, right? A dude who I'm cool with, Planet PlayStation. I forgot. I know his name used to be Rambo. I don't know what his real name is, but he quoted K Mega's tweet regarding the PSN name change, right? And he assumed that K Mega was talking about the price of the PSN name change. And I told Planet PlayStation that I don't think that's what he was talking about because at the end of the day, I gave K Mega the benefit of the doubt. Like I figured that he can be a hypocrite on certain things, but on this I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I pretty much told him, yo, I don't believe that this is what K Mega was talking about. I think he was talking about the stipulation to the name change, right? So I pretty much defended K Mega, and it not because I just did it because it was the right thing to do, not because um not because of anything regarding fanboys or nothing like that. I defended him because that was the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and the reason why, and part of the reason why I did it is because I know, because at the end of the day, I know I can have a conversation with K Mega without it getting personal or anything like that. Right? There's other dudes that can't happen. There's other dudes you can't do that with. So that brings me to guys like Crap and Mooch. And now I don't know Mooch's I don't know what he's been doing lately. I don't give a shit. But obviously, Crap Gamer is still doing the extreme fanboyism shit that he does. Now, the reason why a guy like Crap Gamer to me is different than a guy like I know this dude mentioned Jay Barry or whatever, which is dumb, and I'll explain that a little bit later. The reason why I don't put those guys in the same category as Crap Gamer because at the end of the day, we all know Crap Gamer's full of shit. We all know this. He's full of shit. Everybody knows it. Even he knows it. He knows he's full of shit. The problem is that dude, when you call him out on it, he's not going to. He's not. He'll say one thing and then he'll just block you. He'll never defend his position. Never ever defend his position. Plus, all the stupid shit that he said in the past comes back to bite you in the ass. So that's why he's constantly considered a corporate. That's why he's a corporate slave. Because not only is he shilling for for Microsoft, you know what I mean? But he's also cannot defend his position to the point where he can get into debates or anything like that. He's not going to do it. He's just going to block you and keep it moving. Same thing with Mooch. Same thing with Hebot. And there's some others also that are like that. Those are dudes who cannot realistically defend their position on anything. You can say what you want about Tim Dog or K Mega. At least they'll defend their position. without having to resort to blocking you or whatever. And when you see guys like Crap Gamer have the success that he's had, obviously what also matters is longevity and following. Like, you can't tell me that dude that Crap Gamer's sub count does not account for anything. It does account for something. You know what I mean? He had all these other lemmings who follow his lead and start parroting the same bullshit that he parrots. That's why you have so many fucking Xbox dudes who get called on it, because they're all parroting something stupid that they heard from somebody else. It's the echo chamber. You have dudes who say one thing that's dumb, they come up with some elaborate damage control, and then it gets parried around the community. Like the whole like a couple years ago when it came to PlayStation and the PlayStation E3 with the no dates excuse that they came up with. Those same group of fucking Xbox fanboys who got at Sony for not having release dates for those games, now look at them now. All the hoopla surrounding all the acquisitions that Microsoft is making when it comes to studios. And all of them who went in on Sony on the release dates. What are they telling you now? Wait till 2000. Wait till 2020. Wait till 2021. We're gonna see these games come out. So you're telling me that it's okay to trash Sony for not releasing release dates of all those games which the vast majority of them are out now. The only game, to my knowledge, that I can think of that's not out that they showed was probably Death Stranding and Days Gone. Everything else is there. Spider Man's there. God of War's there. Horizon Zero Dawn's there. These are the same dudes that can go around and be like, "Oh, look at this. We're buying Obsidian. We bought Playground. This and that. Oh, we can't wait for the game that they're going to see. Those games are probably like 3 to 4 years max. Come are 3 or 4 years away from coming out. You see, and the funny thing is, it didn't just start with this one. It started with just one Xbox dude, and then it spread. That whole the argument with the PSN with the PlayStation dates for E3. It all started with one Xbox dude, and then it spread. And these dudes, they captivate followings of their own. And obviously, if you see one guy trying to look for mistakes from Crap Gamer, and then they see this dude on the rise, they'll call him out. Then it just spreads from there. Now, when it comes to the PlayStation fanboys, yeah, there's definitely are PlayStation fanboys who go over the line. There's no arguing that. The problem is, name someone outside of JTech TV who acts the same way that I mentioned when it came to the Xbox fanboy, like a Crap Gamer or a Mooch. You know what I mean? Like, I think the dude mentioned Jay Barry, and look, I'm cool with Jay Barry, so I don't obviously I don't have no issue with him. You know what I mean? And my arguing against him being this quote fan, even though he like Jay Barry would probably admit that he's a fanboy. But the reason why I don't put him in the same class as a JTech TV is because, for one, he doesn't come off as a douchebag. JTech TV is a douchebag. There's no denying that. Crap Gamer is a douchebag. Mooch is a douchebag. Heebot is a douchebag. You like, to me, at least this is for my criteria. If you treat people like garbage, then yeah, then I'm gonna think you're garbage. Like, and that's not what Jay Bar is at all. In fact, he's dealing with a situation. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, because, frankly, I don't know all the details. Where him helping a fellow YouTuber, unfortunately came back to bite him in the ass. So how is he how and also considering the like, and I mentioned the whole tournament thing that he starts. This dude was mocking me for that. But yeah, how many YouTubers now who try to bring the community together by playing games? The same fucking thing that we're all here for. And that's supposed to be something that get poo pooed upon? No, absolutely not. You know what I mean? Like unless he has some type of scheme to kind of, you know, to kind of like neglect Xbox or Nintendo gamers from participating. Like it's a community event thing. And he sets that up along with I don't know who else he helped. I should really get the information. So, but you know I give him mad props for doing that because at the end of the day he represents the community the way that the community should be represented. Does he like Xbox? Probably not. Probably not. He said a couple bad things about Xbox. A big fucking deal. Everybody does. So because you having a negative opinion about a console, that means that you're all of a sudden should be a corporate slave. Like fuck out of here with that bullshit. That's not the case with him. And I'll name others. You know, you look at a guy like Rated D, who I'm cool with. You know, what I mean, like I find his videos to be tongue in cheek. I do find it to be very funny. It's tongue in cheek. I don't take it seriously, and he doesn't take it seriously. You know what I mean? Like you know, you want to call him a fanboy, that's fine. You want to call him a corporate slave, that's fine. But he doesn't take this shit seriously. He may have his opinions on Xbox, but he doesn't take that shit seriously. And look at Porter Rock. Porter Rock, I think he said himself that he's a PlayStation fanboy. But the one thing that you can say that you can't say about him that he's gonna run away from a debate. He'll debate anybody, anytime, any place, anywhere. Right? He can stand by his opinions, and he has no problem calling out Sony for any other issue. Same thing goes with me. Same thing goes with a lot of PlayStation dudes that I know. Most of the PlayStation dudes I know have a distinct reason why they don't like Microsoft or whatever, right? If you want to call them corporate slaves, whatever, it's your choice. That's your opinion. But at the end of the day, they're not going to sit there. They're not going to create lies in order to benefit Sony or you know to benefit Sony for whatever reason. All they do is they go by their opinions and that's it, right? Are the PlayStation fanboys that go overboard? Of course they are. Of course they do. You know what I mean? But and guess what happened? They get called out on it. The whole Spider-Man Puddlegate fiasco. You got a bunch of YouTubers who are at one point or another were accused of being, you know, pro Sony, being Sony ponies and all the other bullshit. Called out these PlayStation fanboys for going crazy over the whole Puddlegate situation. You have people who call them out all the time, but yet you're not paying attention. That's why I told this dude, you're not paying attention, obviously. You know what I mean? And then, he got a little personal with me, whatever. Well, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, if you don't think that PlayStation fanboys get a pass, you don't think that they don't get a pass, you're simply not paying attention. You're not paying attention. You had several people who got on Sony and the fanboys for the crossplay thing. You had, anytime Sony releases a bad game, the fanboys come out and they say the stupid shit, whatever, and they get called out for it. Everybody gets called out for it. But the problem is that the main issue is that, like I said earlier, you have fanboys who the Xbox and to a lesser extent Nintendo fanboys, they have to go the extra mile to try to defend their product, whether it was the Wii U last gen or the Xbox One this gen, on why their console is the best. They have to go to the extremes. They have to say stupid shit. They have to lie, and that's where they get, you know, that's where they get the label of corporate slave. It is what it is, man. Like it is what it is. They're not, because at the end of the day, it's a byproduct of the situation that you're in. Last generation, PlayStation fanboys got it worse than anybody else. You want to know why I know? Because I was there. I was at one point. I was one of them. They all can get it, but even still, back then, outside of a few people, most PlayStation fanboys did not try to go out of the way to lie. They didn't go out. They didn't, say racist shit about, they didn't try to act like nationalists over this fanboy shit, which is something that you see all the time when it comes to certain members of the Xbox community. Even some of the Xbox dudes I like have used the whole term of support American, fuck the Japanese, and all that other stupid shit that they do. So you tell me, you think that doesn't make a difference? Of course, it makes a difference. Of course, shit like that makes a difference. And when you have several of them, all the dudes that are Every major corporate slave that I know have used this type of nationalist bullshit before. Even guys like Cole Eastwood has done it when it comes to calling a golfing game a game for pedophiles. Why? Come on, come on, fuck out of here, man. We all know why. We all know why. You know what I mean? Like, and this shit matters. Like, intent matters. Intent matters, and like it just does. You know what I mean? Like a guy like Jay Barry, like he'll say Xbox sucks, blah 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 blah. I mean, if that's all he's saying. What is there to get upset about? Does that make him a corporate slave? No. You know, like it doesn't make any sense. Like I see plenty of Xbox dudes who'll say something about Sony that sucks or whatever. Like Fame Entertainment, right? He's an Xbox dude. He's going on about the PSN name change saying it's bullshit. Did anyone calling him an Xbox fanboy? At least I don't see it. Now he's had that issue in the past, but no one's going down his throat calling him a corporate slave, or whatever. Because at the end of the day, like he'll call all these companies out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to me, like it's not hard to decipher what's going on here. It's not hard to decipher. At the end of the day, corporate when it comes to black bonds, corporate slavery wars, or whatever. At the end of the day, the dudes who are getting nominated are dudes who I don't want to say necessarily not all of them deserve it, but they all have done something to justify what they've said in the past or whatever. And plus they have a lot of them had huge followings, and that matters too. That matters too. If you want to sit there and talk about this PlayStation fanboy, whatever, then go ahead. Like it don't matter to me. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me. But at the end of the day, if you're going to sit there and say that PlayStation fanboys get a pass on something, you're not paying it. You're clearly not paying attention. You're not paying attention. So do they get a pass? So at the end of the day, I'm gonna end the video on this. Do they get a pass? The answer is no. Do they get the same type of criticism that an Xbox fanboy or a Nintendo fanboy get? No, mainly because they're probably not making the same arguments that Xbox and Nintendo fanboys make. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen this one Xbox fanboy bitch and complain about NPDs. And I think I forgot that dude's name. I'm gonna tag him. I think it's pronounced Nathaniel or I don't know. I think Nath or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. I apologize, buddy. But yeah. He mentioned that there was a I think it's Natalie's that he mentioned Natalie's broadband. He mentioned that I think he mentioned that a PlayStation fanboy said something about MPD result being rigged or whatever. And if that's true, then that PlayStation fanboy is a fucking idiot. Facts are fact. That dude's a fucking idiot. But at the end of the day, does he get the same type of traction that a guy like Crap or Mooch get? More than likely, no. More than likely, no. He doesn't get the same traction. So it's not necessarily he'll get a pass for it, but he's not gonna. It's not gonna be part of the grand scheme of things for him because either he's just a small YouTuber or a small Twitter or just a know nothing Twitter guy or whatever. Like it doesn't get the same type of traction. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean he gets a pass. Does not mean he gets a pass. So I mean that's pretty much it for the video. I don't really have much. I do have another video that I'm gonna make tonight. It's about the PlayStation. Should Sony make another handheld? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that later on tonight. Before I go to bed. So I mean that's pretty much it for the video, man. This will be 186. I am out. Peace.